Hey everyone, what's up? It's Fiona. Today we're going to be doing two versions of a silk slip dress. One of them is going to be a dupe of the Orsund Iris slip dress that has two ties on the side, and then the other one is going to be a dupe of the Modus Operandi slip dress. Which is also just absolutely gorgeous. Both of them are at a super high price point. I think the Orsund Iris one is reaching almost $800, so I'm really excited to try it out. I'm going to be using some gorgeous yellow, as you see right here. But anyways, if you like sewing and DIY content, please subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it and really help me out. And let's get into the video.
Hey guys, so I just want to start out by doing a bit of a disclaimer. I'm not going to be doing the Modus Operandi dress. This dress already took me a really long time, and I really want to get this video up for you guys. And I'm a bit done with working with silk, but let me know if you guys want me to still do that video. I have some material that I think would work really well. So yeah, just comment down below if you'd like to see that, and I can definitely get to it in the future. Starting out, I'm just using a slip dress pattern that I thrifted, but I didn't want it to have those seams in the front, so I ended up pinning them together like this and tracing around it. I used the XL size, which actually ended up being really big, but this was just because I'd never made this before. So I'm tracing around it, and then I'm just cutting my pattern out. This was a mistake already at the beginning because I didn't square off my neckline, and that's the back piece there, and I cut that out as well. But you want to be doing a square neckline because this is more of a cowl neck kind of look from what I saw on the website. So it didn't drape properly as I got towards the end. So you're going to cut out your pattern pieces on the fold, and then I also cut out two half pieces like you see here on the clip before. So they're kind of going to be used as the lining around the bust area. And for the straps, you're going to be cutting out 4 strips of fabric. Each of them is going to be 56 inches long by 1 inch wide. Then you're just going to fold these over right sides together and stitch a straight line down. And then after that, I just overlocked the edges as well. So this is my least favorite part about making straps. You have to turn them, so you're going to use just a safety pin, hook it onto the end, and then put it into your loop, and then lead it through to the other end. And then after that's done, you should be able to pull it through easily, and you'll have a nice spaghetti strap, as you'll see in later clips. So this was the bottom part of my front piece, I think, and I'm just going to be doing a rolled hem before we continue. I did this on both the front and back pieces of my dress, and it just looks like that, nice and pretty. So this is the key to making sure your silky fabric doesn't slip around while you're sewing. I'm using a piece of my pattern paper in between the two pieces that I've cut out in the fabric, placing them right sides together at the other opposite ends of the paper, and then pinning them in place. And also, while I do this, these are the straps I made. I'm going to wedge these in between those pattern pieces as well and sew over them, so that gives you the nice seamless look for your spaghetti straps.
Alright guys, so I'm at the point where I'm going to start sewing up my neckline, and since this fabric is really slippery, I've decided to change over to my walker foot, which is probably a lot better for sewing really slippery, hard to sew fabrics. So I've never done it before, so I'm just going to try it for this first time. I'll let you guys know how it goes. And I've also got my paper sandwiched in between my fabric to hopefully help stabilize it a little bit extra to make this process just a bit easier.
Green lines cut through a black screen, tells you I'm fine. You're Gwyneth Paltrow, I'm Richie Tannenbaum. I cut my hair off, you like me either way. And every summer, it's gonna be the same. Going back to Telluride, riding around with nothing on. Staying at your parents' house, acting like there's nothing wrong. Going back to Telluride, sleeping with the TV on. Darling, so solidified. Oh, I know it won't be long. Pull my sutures and climbing, I'm warm inside.
So after I overlocked all of my edges on my neckline and my back kind of neckline part, I just decided to top stitch those neckline pieces just to make it look nice and finished. You don't have to do this with a slip dress, and I actually, maybe if I did it again, I don't think I would actually do this part. And then next I decided to hem all of the side seams before I attach my front and back pieces together, just because with this kind of fabric it can fray really easily, and I just wanted to make sure everything was tucked in and it would look nice and finished at the end.
Staying at your parents' house, acting like there's nothing wrong. Going back to Telluride, sleeping with the TV on.
And then right sides facing together, I'm just pinning my pattern pieces together to sew down the seams. You're going to do extra large seams here, and you'll see in a little bit, but they're going to be, I think I ended on like 3 inches or something like that. I started them and they ended up being too small, so I had to increase them for it to fit me a bit better. So you're just going to sew a really wide line down there.
I've been on my way up, now it's really far down.
So as I stated before, and as you saw, the dress was too big and I just wanted to bring in the waist a little bit. So here's me seam ripping both of the seams that I had already made, which was a long process, but I did it. And then I just marked my 3 inches in, and I made a curved line for my my waist, but my hip measurement was fine, so I left that as it was.
I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day.
And here all you're gonna do is lay your seams flat like that, and then you're going to stitch along there to make our channels on the sides.
Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day. You're the only sunset that I'll never forget. Red and orange sorbet, like it is the best.
So this is why you want to make a square neckline, because this is what I ended up having to do because I curved it and I created some U-shaped neckline. I had to cut off some excess fabric because it was, you know, it was like flailing out the side of my bust area. So I took those in and I roll hemmed it. Still didn't look perfect in the end, but it really like helped the problem. So yeah.
Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day, like day by day. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow.
So here are the beautiful straps that we made. These are actually 2 extra, so you're supposed to make 6. 2 extra are going to be for the channels. You can actually make these a bit longer than the other ones, but all you do is you attach your good old safety pin and you lead it through your channels up to the top, and then you pull it out and then you lead it through down to the bottom. Then you get this gorgeous ruched effect. Isn't it awesome? So here I literally just took my scissors and I'm just pushing the end of the strap in and I stitched across that line just to close it off and finish it.
Baby, it's 2:30 and I should probably head back home, but I'm afraid to be alone. What do I need to do to get some time with you? I'd rather be half involved and missing all of you. Drinking till the sun comes up, better than feeling like I need your love. Dancing till my legs go numb, till I go numb. Dancing till my legs go numb.